Hi everyone, and welcome to my Facebook Live for today. Appreciate you taking the time to watch, whether you're watching live as the Facebook Live, you're watching the recording later, or if you're watching on YouTube. So thank you for the time that you've taken to come and watch. So I hope that my creation with you today gives you some new ideas with your stamping, it inspires you, and you learn a new technique if you haven't tried this before. So today I'm going to try and show you the masking technique. And so basically today we're just using stamp, ink and paper, the SIP technique. So it's a simple card, but sometimes, you know, we embellish and do all sorts of things, and other times we just want to keep it nice and simple. So particularly if you've got a lot of cards to make, and this is a Christmas one, this might help you create some ideas and things. So with my card today, I'm going to be using, like I said, stamps, ink and paper, and creating a lovely Christmas card. But you could use this technique with other stamps and ink that you've got to create a card for any occasion. All right, so I'm going to turn my camera around and we're going to get started and crafting. So this is the card that we're making today. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's just a flat card. And this area here has been masked, and we're using the greeting. I wanted a reasonably sized greeting, so I'm using the Christmas greeting from these Trees for Sale set, and then our images for our Christmas stamp are these ones here, which is part of the Christmas banner set. So I'm just using the stamps, not any dies or anything like that. So I'm actually using note cards today, so I'm not sure if you have seen these before. They come in a pack like this of 20, so they come with the envelopes and the cards. So they're a little bit smaller than your standard card. They're pre-scored, so you just need to fold them in half, and they make for a nice card. I always like to use my bone folder crisp, and then you've got your envelopes to go with them as well. All right, so the colours that we're using for this card: Evening Evergreen, Real Red, which is the nice colour that pops out there. We're using Pear Pizzazz, and we're also using a little bit of Soft Succulent. So a few different shades of green and a little bit of red in there too. Now, one of the other products that I'm using today to achieve this masking technique is masking paper. So this is in the annual catalogue. It's here, a little bit hard to kind of tell what it is, item number 9 on page 149. So it's masking paper. So you can use it in different ways. It's basically like an adhesive sheet. So kind of like a big post-it note kind of thing. So they come in a sheet, but I've pre-cut them into strips like this so that we can use them for the card that we're going to make today. All right. Just trying to find one. So it comes with a piece like a slit on it, so you can easily peel it off, but we'll get to that shortly. So what we're going to do first is stamp our greeting, and then we'll do the masking after that. Now, they are photopolymer stamps, so I am going to use a paper piercing mat just for that sponginess, to make it a little bit easier for my stamping. Okay, so this is going to be my background piece. So that is 12.3 centimeters by 8.5, and then this is a little bit smaller, which is 8 centimeters by 11.8 centimeters. So that's what we're going to stamp on now. So using my Evening Evergreen, I am going to, at an angle, I'm going to stamp my greeting first, then we'll mask it. So just sort of in the middle, but at an angle like so. Beautiful. All right, so with my masking paper, where's the bit that I've got? Going to fit? Yeah. Now, we don't want it to be too sticky, and sometimes it can be quite sticky to your card. So the best thing to do is help it be a little bit less sticky. So I'm actually going to stick it to my clothes a couple of times, jeans, trousers, whatever you like. I don't know if you can see this. and that will just take some of the stickiness away. So I don't know if you can see so the fibers on the back there, which is good because we don't want to stick it too firmly to our card. Okay, so we're going to put it on. A lot of things you're going to push and make it nice and firm. With this one we don't. We want to put it over the top. Just lightly press it down. Okay, not too hard because we do want to be able to pull it up afterwards. So what it's going to do is that is masking that area and there'll be no stamping there. And that's how we get those nice defined lines. So this card was actually one of the cards that we did at Coffee and Cards today. This week on Tuesday. So it's a cool technique to do. All right, so starting with this one here. So this is two-step stamping. So we're going to stamp these parts in green. Like so. And then we're going to come with our cherries and things. And we're going to do that in red. So try and line it up as best you can. Let's do them facing the same way first of all. And let's turn it around, do the ones up here. Like so. Now which happens to me occasionally, if you don't quite line it up perfectly, if you've got a marker, then you can just kind of, touch it up with that if you need to. So the markers are great for touching things up. Okay, there we go. Then let's put our little holly on. So that is with the Pear Pizzazz. So we are going to just stamp a few of these around. Turn it around the other way. Oh no, one more there. And then with the remaining sort of spaces, I'm just going to do my other leaf, which is in the soft succulent. So obviously you can choose what colours and things you want to do. We don't want to make it too busy either. I mean, you could do it in the Pear Pizzazz as well if you wanted. Oops, that didn't line up quite so well. Let's see if I can just... Oh, look at that. Fix it. Sorry, I was saying you could do it in the same colour as Pear Pizzazz, but as I was doing this for Coffee and Cards, we had to pass it around and I needed to use different colours for each one. There we go. Now to make that stand out even more with that defined masking one, I'm going to sponge the background. So we're going to use a blending brush and sponge around it. Start off so it's not too blobby and as much or as little colour as you like. And then you can definitely see the piece that is whitened out. And then this allows for a completely flat card, which is great for posting and things if you need to. But it looks very cool with this technique. So you can do masking in other ways. You can stamp an image like a flower, cut it out with the masking, stamp it, put it over the top, and then you can stamp your leaves behind it, and then once you move the mask, it looks like kind of the leaves are behind. So it's a very cool technique to do. All right, I think that's enough colour there. So we're nearly done. So now this is the important part, is just to very carefully and slowly pull it off. Okay, now hopefully we've stuck it on our clothes enough that it's not going to stick to our card. And I actually keep these and use them again because they're not going to be as sticky. So the best thing to do is get a like a cellophane bag or something like this and just stick it on, and then you've got them to use again. So here's a few that I had earlier. You can see those have been used. And obviously you can do different kind of shapes and things. There we go. Nearly done. All right, so just to finish off the card, just to make it stand out, we are going to put it onto here like this, and then onto our card base, which is a note. It's a what? It's a note card. All right, so glue, like So here we are. So that just frames it, just kind of makes it stand out with our glue. There we go. And then of course we can finish it off if we want to by stamping our envelope as well. Let's just line that up a little. At least the good thing about the glue is you can kind of adjust it and line it up as you like. All right, so in the corner of our envelope, I've just done one of the leaves and things. So we'll just go with our evening evergreen. Oops, that did not work. Great. Let's see if I can line that up. That's okay. And then with our red, which I've closed, concentrating, pretty good. There we are. Okay, and that's our card. So let's put that there. So there you go, the masking technique. So if you haven't tried that before, you may like to get some of the masking paper, which is in the annual catalogue on page 149. And then there's lots of different ways that you can use it. Like I say, you can mask a strip, you can stamp an image and then mask that and stamp around it so it looks like it's behind. You could stamp like a circle or oval and then colour with your blending brushes over the top, and you pull it away, then you've got a nice defined shape, which looks very cool as well. So lots of different possibilities with the masking paper, and this is a lovely set. When you see it like this, it's like, well, how does that all work? But when you can actually see it on a card, it looks quite nice. So there you are. So I hope you enjoyed today's card. I hope you've learned some things with masking. Why not give it a go? If you have any questions about today's video, please comment and ask. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like it and subscribe to my channel. And if you are interested in purchasing any products and you don't have a demonstrator, then feel free to get in contact with me and I can send you a catalogue and help you. All right, thank you so much for your time today. I look forward to seeing you again next week. So bye for now. Thanks. See you.